Hi, Phil Bride here, and this is another episode of the Human Experience Workshop and podcast. I'm out here. We have a big snow day, small snow day, but a snow day nonetheless. People are skiing by and walking their dogs out, enjoying the snow. Kids should be out here pretty soon, but I wanted to talk about something that is kind of close and has been a big issue in my life and with people that I know. One of the things is around substance abuse and mental health in Oregon and how people are dealing with it or not dealing with it. Did a little poking around and found that the Mental Health and Addiction Certification Board of Oregon reported the National Survey on Drug Use and Health. Oregon is the worst in the U.S. on needing but not receiving treatment for substance abuse disorder. Out of 50 states, Oregon's the worst. Can you believe that? First in illicit drug use, and first in meth and RX opioid use, and third in serious mental health. There's a really big issue in Oregon about all this stuff. And we've got a substantial number of people who are homeless, who suffer from SUD, substance abuse disorder, and mental illness that just fall through the cracks. There's two ways that people generally can deal with it. One is through the court system. Generally, cops are involved and arrests are made and then they're taken to jail. And the other is through private access to facilities that are very expensive. Actually, there's a third, and that's going through the state mental hospital, but it's hard to get in and there's not enough beds. There's not enough money for doing any of this. Money's not the real big issue. The real big issue is the will, and there's only a couple of ways to do it. Mostly it's through police are called when there is somebody with mental illness and substance abuse. So it tends to be a legal issue more than anything else, which it is not. There is I've come across people who are private citizens that act as case managers for the people that are in that category of SUD, substance abuse, and serious mental illness that can't get into private care, not enough money, and end up in jail, which is a serious problem. Then they get put into halfway homes, and then eventually cops are called when they fall off the wagon and back in jail, and then through the cycle again. I don't know what the answer is, but it is serious enough, and enough money is spent in Oregon, at least allocated, but the problem persists, which is a very odd thing, and it's not a good thing. So, what to do about it? And leaving it up to private citizens to case manage is not exactly the right thing. That overburdens private citizens working full-time and then trying to figure out the system on their own. There are case managers. That requires, of course, they need to be paid, so it requires money. There's also parole officers that are involved, but then with HIPAA regulations that are to protect privacy, parole officers often are not privy to some of the mental illness issues that are involved. Not that I want to disband HIPAA. It's very necessary. However, there has to be some kind of happy medium between the all or nothing and to help these people that fall through the cracks. There's a significant group of people that just fall through the cracks and cannot get help. So, I'm not sure where to go from this. I've talked to case managers. I've talked to various other people about it, and there doesn't seem to be an obvious answer. I don't have a model yet for what could possibly work. There are some situations where there's free halfway houses. There's a farm not far from here called Blanchet Farm where somebody in recovery can go, but it's volunteer. So the people that are not ready to go into treatment or not ready to make a move, what happens to them is they end up on the street, or somebody privately takes care of them, or they end up in jail. So, big issue, and it's an ongoing issue. I will hopefully be able to talk to a case manager here soon, interview a case manager in the next couple of months that deals with this on an ongoing basis and get firsthand account. In the meantime, those are my thoughts in talking to people. Phil Bride. This is the Human Experience Workshop and podcast, out enjoying a sunny day after the snowstorm last night. Thanks, and bye for now.